Hello viewers, I am Ms. Mamatha K from the Department of PG Studies and Research in Commerce. Today I will be talking about the topic approaches of international business, which is also known as EPRG model. So before jumping into approaches of international business, I just want to talk about what is the meaning of international business, why there is lots of relevance for international business. So here the meaning of international business is nothing but expanding the domestic business into the international horizon, which is called as international business, or expanding the business into the foreign country, which is also known as international business. So for every country, the domestic country which will be following its own pattern of the business, if it is succeed in the same country, then it can move or expand its business to other country, or it can engage into cross-border transaction. Yes, international business is also known as cross-border transaction, since it will be crossing the border and it will be reaching other country to continue the business. So why any country which will be focusing on international business? We can say that now the world is becoming a global village. So every country which need to have connection with other country, which need to have some kind of friendship with other country, which need to have some kind of relationship with other country, at that time it can use the means of trade to build that relationship with other country. So sometimes every country which will be maintaining a friendly relationship with the countries, other time it may be not having that much the convincing kind of relationship. At that time it can use the means of trade. Say for example, during the time of Russia-Ukraine war, India, it was neutral and it helped Russia in order to give all the kinds of wheat products and all. So at that time India was maintaining friendly relationship even with Ukraine as well as even with Russia. So it will be eventually trade, it will be neutralizing everything. So here when we want to talk about the international business, the resource allocation. So we will be talking about the resources of labor is also a kind of resources, natural resources and other resources like fund and all, that will be utilized very effectively and efficiently in international business. Some country that will be gifted or that will be having abundant labor as a resource, some country that will be having a fund as resource, some countries that will be gifted with some kind of natural resource. If they want to pass on all these resources, then they can engage in international business. So to want to build a relationship with other country, they can go for an international business. And to talk about the approaches of international business, which is also known as EPRG model, it is nothing but ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric as well as geocentric approach. So which was introduced by Perlmutter. So he introduced EPRG model, and in EPRG model he focused on, or he continually talking about how the business should be done with the other country and how the relationship should be built with two countries. So this particular EPRG model or approaches of international business, it will be discussing how the strategic decisions are made within the firm and how relationship are formed and maintained between its headquarters and subsidiaries. We know that when one company which will be engaging in international business means it will be having a concept of headquarters as well as subsidiaries, and particularly this EPRG model, it will be discussing regarding the relationship between the headquarters as well as the subsidiaries. So if we want to continually talking with respect to the EPRG framework, so it is divided into four important stages. So four important stages are ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric as well as geocentric, popularly known as EPRG model. So as I said, it will be trying to explain with respect to the relationship between the home country as well as host country. So here home country means what? Home country means the country where the headquarters is located. Host country means the country which will be allowing the home country to do business in that particular country. So here the EPRG model, it will be continuously explaining with respect to how the relationship will be there between home country and host country, whether it will be following home country approach or host country approach. Everything will be discussed in approaches of international business or EPRG model. Under that, first point is ethnocentric approach. So don't get confused between they are using the term ethnocentric, whether it is having any meaning with ethnicity. No. So ethnocentric approach is nothing but it is home country approach. Here the home country which will be considered as superior. When it will be considered as a superior, when all the rules and regulations and any strategy framing, vision, everything is related to home country or the country in which the headquarter is located, then it is called as the ethnocentric approach. So here domestic countries are superior and it will be having some connection or it will be doing business based upon the strategies framed by the domestic countries. If we want to talk about the ethnocentric approach, I just want to give an example of the company called as the Toyota. So here the Toyota, earlier it was producing a vehicle which was only suitable for its own country, so the Toyopet. So that Toyopet car was in the shape of the box shape. It was only used by the people who are in Japan. It was very much popular in Japan only, but when they wanted to start their business or expand their business to US, but the particular product which was miserably failed in US, because US people, they were not impressed by the design of that Toyopet cars. So the particular Toyopet car which followed whatever the strategies which was framed in the home country, and it did not change or make any kind of modification to the product, and it directly entered into foreign country. That is why if we want to talk about the disadvantages of ethnocentric approach, without making any kind of modification it enters into foreign business, means it will be facing a hurdle. So this is regarding the ethnocentric approach, and I will be continuing with respect to the other three approaches in the part 2. Thank you.